The Shandy has seen a burst of attention throughout the United States in recent years, with many breweries offering out their own take on the beer cocktail. The Hefe Shandy is the selection from Widmer Brothers Brewing in Portland, Oregon, a founding member of the Craft Brew Alliance Company. How does the Shandy stack up to others on the market? Find out now on Two Dudes Reviews. What up, guys? Yeah, we are doing the Hefe Shandy today from Widmer Brothers Brewing Company out of Portland, so let's get cracking. Now, it is part of the Craft Brewers Alliance, which is a company made up of a handful of other breweries, Red Hook, stuff like that. And it is the Craft Brewers Alliance Company is partially owned by Anheuser-Busch. Anheuser-Busch owns a third of it. Basically, it kind of comes down to the craft breweries take advantage of Anheuser-Busch's distribution, and so they just kind of kick them back a third of their profits to use the distribution, essentially. If the amount that Anheuser-Busch owns gets above a third, then it's more of a takeover than a kickback. But what are you going to do? So, alright, let's get to the smell. It does have that, naturally it's a shandy, so it's going to have the lemon aroma to it. And, the label says it all. It's got the wheat as well. It doesn't taste as it doesn't smell as sugary as some of the other shandies out there that use more of just the lemonade mix afterwards. Which, a shandy is 50% lemonade, 50% beer. It almost comes down to the quality of the lemonade that's being used. If it's authentic lemonade or just kind of your country time, there's never been a lemon come close to this before. There's not a whole lot of anything else. No, there's nothing surprising in it. It's just partial lemonade and then the wheat beer. There's nothing else in there. So, if you're hoping for anything a little more complex, this ain't the one to go for. It's a summertime Hefe Shandy. So, it smells alright. It smells refreshing. Today was the first 100-degree day in the year here, May 13th. So, it's hot out. So, this smells pretty good. So, I'm going to recommend it on the aroma. I swear I haven't had any of these yet. Alright, next is taste. Very subdued on the lemon. Very surprising. Going off of the aroma, I would have assumed it was a much more vibrant lemon flavor to it. Not like that at all. Very weedy. It's a very almost thick wheat taste to it. Not heavily carbonated. I find a lot of the other shandies I've had recently, they're almost carbonated like a soda. So it almost tastes like you're drinking like a hard lemonade beer kind of mixture cocktail. This doesn't have that the carbonation factor. There's really no bubbles left. It's a very foggy half of Weissen beer. But yeah, not much carbonation. The lemon is not even that present. I have kind of it's almost like they use the rind of the lemon. Because I have a very kind of bitterness on the tip of my tongue now. Not sour, more bitter. Which is, I don't know. I mean, the lemon's in there. It's hidden. It is a hidden lemon flavor. If you go off of the traditional shandy, which is 50-50, this is nowhere near a 50-50 split. It is more like 80-20, if that. That might even be a little high on the lemon proportion, which is very odd because the aroma is, it's a shandy. This doesn't have it. And I'm going to say there's almost a little bit of grapefruity that's kind of got that bitterness into it, which I would with how popular the grapefruit movement in beers is getting in recent years. I wouldn't be surprised if they had some kind of grapefruit rind or something in when they were brewing it, but it's not what I was expecting at all, and I'm actually pretty disappointed. I'm not like a religious shandy drinker, but sometimes if it's been so hot out and you've been outside for a while, you want something that's a little sweeter and a little lighter. And this, I mean, it's not really sweet. You don't have that at all. But it's not even that great of a wheat beer. I would rather just have even a run-of-the-mill wheat beer over this, honestly. It's like somebody had a wheat beer, then accidentally spilled a little bit of lemonade in it, that much, and they didn't want to dump the batch, so they made this instead. So I'm not going to recommend it on the flavor. I'm actually pretty disappointed with this. So alright, next is value for price. And I just bought this today. You'd think I'd remember how much it cost. I believe it was $1.99. I'm pretty sure that's what it was for one. I mean, the Craft Brewers Alliance, whatever it is like the 9th largest brewery in the country, technically. So distribution is pretty widespread, and it shouldn't be that expensive to get. But it is about $2. But so I mean, for a microbrew, I'll recommend it on the price. I mean, it's not bad. So even if you see it and you feel like testing it out, I'm saying the flavor's not worth it, go ahead. It's not a lot of money. So I'll recommend that. And next is distinction. How distinct is it from other shandies out there? I don't like the distinction. It is distinct in the fact that the fruitiness is squashed, but that's kind of the whole point of having a shandy. I know sometimes I'll go off and complain about certain other shandies, more popular ones, like Leinenkugel, but I complain more about that because the quality of the lemon, I feel like, is more just a mixed sugary thing and not real fruit or anything like that. There isn't a whole lot there. I mean, I've even had like spring shandies that are more on the springtime level of beer, but at least the fruitness is there, and you can identify it easily. It's not really in here. It's like, it looks like a shandy, it smells like a shandy, you would think it tastes like a shandy, but it doesn't. I think my thing just kind of skipped. You'd think when you bought a better webcam it wouldn't do that. But anyways, so distinction. It's distinct in that it doesn't really fit the category of shandy because it's all the shandiness is hidden way under there, and so you're left with kind of a mediocre wheat beer. The wheat beer isn't even that good. It's like, it's thick somehow. I don't know how they manage that, but no. Distinction, it's not a good distinct, so pass. Alright, next is drinkability. And, drinkability is, could I drink a couple of these in a row? If I picked up a 6-pack, could I go through a couple? Let me give it one more taste. I still don't get the smells. It also has, it's like they wanted to add in some IPA-ish to it because, hey, IPA is popular now, let's just toss some bitterness in it, and people will like it. It's like, but not for this style, man. That's not what the style is. That's not what you should be doing with this. Now I lost my train of thought. But drinkability, not really. Like, I could if I wanted to, but I don't want to. I might finish this. Maybe I might pour the rest out. I don't know, but drinkability, I could if I wanted to. But if there was anything else available, I would switch. So for that case, I'm not recommending it on drinkability. So all right, last is would I buy it again? And just to cut to the chase, no, I will not buy it again. I'm not a giant shandy drinker. From time to time, I will have one. I feel when it's 1,000 degrees out and I've been doing stuff outside, it is nice to have something that's a little sweeter. Because sometimes if you do any kind of physical activity outside, you almost want that sugariness, and because naturally I want a sugary beer, that's what I go to. But this doesn't have it. It doesn't satisfy that need at all, and that's the only reason I get a shandy really, is because at least a summer type of shandy. That's the only reason I do that, and this doesn't have it at all. It's not a good wheat beer. It's not a good shandy beer. It's not a good fruit anything. It's not great. I'm not going to recommend it. I would not buy it again. So I say pass on the Hefe Shandy from Widmer Brothers Brewing out of Portland, Oregon. Come on, Portland. But okay, that's my review of the beer. If you've had it before and you like it, let me know. Write it out in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe for more beer content. And if you want to check out more of us or more of me and the other guy who's not, he actually has a life, you can check out our podcast at Two Dudes in a Six Pack. You can find that anywhere you get podcasts. And yeah, so for this beer review, for Chris, myself, catch you guys later. See ya.